Am I live? I think I am. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hope you guys can see and hear me okay. And I think you can. I'm trying to check all my other stuff. All right, looks like I got movement here. Okay, cool. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope everybody is doing good. For those of you who are new, I'm Jeanette from Boricua Sewing and Crafts, and welcome to Embroidery Happy Hour. What are we going to be talking about this Friday? We're going to be talking about fonts, okay? Now, fonts are a pretty little tricky thing when it comes to embroidery, and a lot of people really don't think about it that much, okay? Now, one of the things that I notice, and I'm sure this happens to a lot of folks when they start doing embroidery and they start to invest in buying different types of fonts. Think of when you buy fonts, when you're buying clothes online, okay? You know how when you see a shirt looks really nice on the internet, got a nice picture of it, the model's wearing it, looks good. But you got to realize that model is wearing a size 2, order the same shirt in a size 14, comes home, doesn't really look the same. So it's kind of the same thing like fonts, okay? Like, you know how they say one dress doesn't really fit all? Well, one font doesn't really fit all in the world of embroidery. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of times when people buy fonts, they just see it, they look at it, and they're like, oh, that's cute. And then they click and they just buy it, okay? So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the things that you really need to think about when you are purchasing the fonts, okay? Stuff that a lot of times people really don't really consider, and then it becomes an afterthought, and then it's something that they kind of like after they purchase the font and they try to start using it, they're kind of like, wait a minute, I didn't know it was going to come out like this. Okay, so I'm going to just spill the beans on how to do the font thing. Okay, also towards the end, okay, like 30 minutes in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you guys about how to create your own type of pop with the fonts that you have, okay? They have a lot of different fonts out there, and sometimes people don't realize that you can actually do a lot of things with certain fonts to make them pop in your designs, the way you personalize things and all that kind of stuff. So this is one example of things that you can do to make your stuff pop, okay? And I'm going to show you exactly how I did this, and there is mistakes on here, okay? And I'm going to show you some of the mistakes that I made and what I should have done to avoid some of these mistakes as well. So I'm going to share that with you guys as well, because I think that's going to be pretty helpful. And this is probably going to help you guys become a little more creative in your embroidery, okay? So let's talk about buying them first, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, hold on, I'm going to start sharing my screen. Now I'm talking to you guys through my MacBook. I also have my iMac right in front of me as well. And I got my MacBook Pro on my other side. And I also got my cell phone, okay? So I'm hoping that if I lose you guys in any of this, I'll get alerted in some kind of way, or I'll know in some kind of way that you guys can't see what I'm trying to show you guys, okay? So I'm going to try to be, good at showing you guys the stuff that I want you guys to see. Okay, so all right, awesome. I do see that the embroidery, the Etsy shop is up. Okay, so all right, awesome. This is one of the things that I want to show you at the first when you are buying fonts. Okay, now I'm gonna look for a font, and this is one of my favorite fonts that I like, and it's called the Maya font. It's by Stitchtopia. Okay, so I'm gonna click on this, and I'm also following along with Yes, I am, Debbie. I'm going high tech, baby. I'm going high tech. All right. So it doesn't look like you are able to see what I tried to show you guys. Okay, hold on. So let me see if I can remove that. And then I'm going to add. Hold on. I'm not giving up here. All right, here we go. There we go. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm trying to show. And that's not working either. How am I going to do this? Okay, hold on. Let's see. Hold on something. Hold on, guys. Hang in there with me. Let's see if I can go straight to Stitchtopia. And if that'll show up. And it doesn't. Okay. Oh, yeah, it does. All right, awesome. Okay. I'm going to work straight off of this website right here, okay? Now, as you guys know, I love actually buying a lot of my fonts from here. This place is really awesome when it comes to purchasing fonts. They have all different types. And I've always gotten nothing but good quality, okay? So I'm going to go in here and I'm actually going to do a search for the Maya font, which is their font. Okay, they also just happen to also sell these fonts on Etsy as well. So you don't have to get it from this website, but you can also get it from Etsy. The reason why I can't use the Etsy website is because every time you look at something, it opens up a new tab. And then I can't show it to you guys. I'm using StreamYard, okay? But here we go. All right, so this is a perfect thing for me to show you because they open in the same tab. So all right, so I picked one, okay, which is the Maya. And I'm clicking on that and I'm waiting for it to open up. Looks like it's on the little slow side. Oh, man. Here we go. All right, got it. Okay, I opened up another one, which is, all right, so as you can see, let's look at this. Let's look at this right here, their picture, okay? Every time you buy a font, you're always going to see a picture of the font, okay? Usually sometimes people will come out and they'll put like a word using the font and everything. And of course, it's always going to look gorgeous, okay? Because they, just like I said, not every shirt fits every one. Well, not every font fits every word. That's what I say, okay? So what I mean by that is sometimes when you look at the picture, like right now, you're looking at this picture right here, that big picture, you can see that it looks gorgeous, right? But what you really need to pay attention when you are purchasing fonts, it's not just the first picture that you see where it looks really gorgeous. What you need to do is also click on the other photos that they show you, okay? Like for instance, if you look at this picture right here, it shows you how every single letter looks in the uppercase and also in the smaller case, the lowercase as well. So one of the things that you really need to pay attention to is, do you like the way these letters appear individually? Okay. Like for instance, let's say, oh, I don't know, let's pick the letter S. Okay. Do you like the way the S looks? Do you like the way the T looks? When you start to embroider certain names, sometimes you'll have words, names that start with a particular letter. Okay. Look at the F, look at the letter I, look at how the J is written up. Like if you really look at this particular font, me personally, I really don't like the way the capital letter J looks in this font. Okay. Another thing, look at the W's, look at the Z's. Those things are things in particular that you need to look at. Okay. Another thing also that you need to consider is, Sometimes when you buy a font, the font will come with the uppercase letters and the lowercase letters. Sometimes they won't come with numbers or the symbols, all right? Sometimes you have to buy those separately. And then sometimes you'll have some sets that come with everything together. So that's something else that you want to keep in mind. So let's go back and let's look at some other fonts that they have here, okay? Let's look at it right here. Like, let's say alphabets for, oh, I don't know. I guess right here, they're not saying, I don't know, making it kind of hard. I guess they just want alphabets all. Guess I'll click on that. Okay, little things are a little slow here. Maybe I'm not clicking right. I don't know. But if you notice right here also, right here, they have the numbers, okay? See how I'm pointing it? I don't know if you can see my mouse, but you see it has the numbers and you just purchase it separately. And then if you scroll down, you can kind of see like here they have some symbols. Sometimes you can purchase those separately too, all right? And I didn't realize that they now have frames. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Okay, they got some really nice stuff going on over here. Okay. So, all right. So these are all the Mayas. I'm going to take the Maya out, and I think maybe that's why it's coming out that way. And I'm going to hit their homepage again. And let's click on shop. There we go. Now I got out of that. Okay. So I'm going to look for fonts. All right. So let's see. I know they have like fonts by category and stuff like that. I just want to show you guys. Okay, here's another one. Abbey Road. Okay, let's click on that. All right, now as you can see, this looks really cute in the beginning, right? It looks really nice and everything. Now I want to scroll and look at the individual letters, okay? Look at the A's, look at the B's. You may not like the way this B looks. You may not like the way that this C looks, okay? Let's look at my J. Here you go. There's the J's. You may not like, you may like it, you may not. The T's. Pay attention to those details, okay? That's what I'm talking about, because when you don't pay attention to those details, you buy the font and then you start to type something out and then it just kind of looks kind of tacky, right? And then you don't like it and stuff like that. However, though, there is something you can do, and I'm going to stop sharing this screen because now what we're going to do is I want to jump into InBrilliance, because what I want to do is I want to share with you something that I usually do, so that when I'm working with fonts, okay, if I don't like a particular letter, this is usually some adjustments that I make, okay? And a lot of times people don't think, to do this. And I always tell people, think out of the box. Don't just think that because you have a particular font, got to use every single letter. So I'm going to go ahead and right now, what I'm going to do is I want to add my window. And where is just give me 1 minute, because I just want to make sure. There it is. All right, all right, here we go. Now I got InBrilliance up, okay? Now you guys know I'm an InBrilliance user because I'm a Mac girl, okay? I love my Apple products, okay? And I actually like the software a lot. So anyway, I'm going to add some text here, and I want to show you guys something that I usually do when I want to do a name, okay? Now I'm going to choose let's choose the name Yvette, okay? And as you can see, I have a lot of different fonts in here, okay? And I'm hoping that I have all the fonts that I usually use. Now, I'm going to use, let's see, I'm going all the way down. As you can see, I have a lot, okay? Now, I have the one that's Abbey Road in here also. So let me just do 1.5 inches of Abbey Road, okay? Now, here is Yvette. Okay, and like, let's say I don't like this eye. I don't really like the way the eye looks at all, but I am pretty content with the way the Yvette looks. Now, one thing that that I notice a lot of people do by mistake when they are embroidering names, especially in script. Script is usually like a handwriting, right? When you're writing in script, you really are not supposed to be lifting the pen off the paper a lot of times, right? That's the whole reason for script, is so that you can write the whole word in like one squiggly line, right? Instead of doing print. So what happens is, if you look at this, I'm going to make this a little bigger so that you can see. If you look at this, look at the ends of the of each letter individually. You're going to notice that they kind of like don't hug each other, especially between here, okay? So usually what I do is I like to make things kind of neat, and I like to make them uniform. So usually what I'll do is I highlight the letter E, right? And usually what you do is, when you see these words like this, you see these little green boxes, click on the green boxes, and that will highlight that individual letter. And then I just kind of like move it over. And then when I unhighlight it, see how it looks like it's sewn together? And then I'll go ahead with the T, and then I'll just move it over. And I'll do the same thing with the letter E. Okay, now the V, I'll leave that kind of like that, because, you know, it just kind of looks a little funky with the V together with the E. But let's say I don't like that I. I don't like that I at all. I think it's tacky. I want a nicer I, right? So usually what I'll do is I will highlight this whole thing. I'm going to just remove the I, and I'm just going to do the last part of the word. So what I'll do is, of course, because I moved the I, all this stuff moved back. So I'll just move this back. Okay. So as you can see, I got the whole word. Well, not the whole name, but I'm missing the I, right? Because I just don't like the way that I looked. So what I'll do is I'll select the font again, and then I'll do the letter I. Now, instead of using the same font that I had picked before, I'm going to pick another font. Just pick another font where I like the I. And let me see what this one looks like. Okay, I'll do an I on here. Okay, let's say I like this I, right? Say I want to do this one like that, because I don't like the one that came with it. So what I'll do is I'll just do this, and I just position it where I want it. And then I highlight both. Pick a color to make it, you know, together. And then there you go. Okay. So a lot of times, you know, people don't think about it. It's like, you don't have to use the exact same font for every letter and every word. Okay. If you have a particular name and you like the way all the lowercase looks, but you don't like the way the uppercase looks, pick a different font and see, you know, how it looks, and you can play around with it. So that's something a lot of people really sometimes don't think about, you know, and stuff. So, yeah, so just wanted to share that with you guys. Another thing that I wanted to share with you guys too is, look over here. I'm moving my mouse over to the property side of the screen. Okay, now right here where you see font, I have this little circle over here with an I, right? And what that is like information about the font. Click on that. Okay, now if you look right here, what it has is, it pops up this box for me, and it says these are the available characters that I have for this particular font. So if you look really closely, it has all of the capital letters, and and you can't see it. You can't see it because it popped up. Okay, all right, so I can't see it. Anyway, trust me. If you hit that I button, that's what you're gonna get. Okay. Oh man. All right. So what I will do is I will make a separate video, so that way you guys can see when this box actually pops up, because I keep forgetting that you guys can't see whenever an individual box pops up. Well, anyway, that, trust me, when you click here, when you click on this box right here, you're going to get that. Let me see if there is another way that I can probably do this. Hold on 1 minute, because I really want you guys to see this box, because this box is really something that would really be golden. Maybe instead, if I just present my whole screen. And I don't think so. Well, yeah, the entire screen. There you go. All right. Bear with me, guys. All right, so I'm going to move this down. I'm going to make this big so you guys can see. And I think you guys are going to be able to see this. All right, now let me see if I hit that button again, that information button, and then I want to see if it actually pops up. There you go. See, there you go. See, I wasn't going to give up. I was going to make sure you guys got the information, the 411. There you go. All right, so you see this box on your screen? Because I know you guys see it now, because I'm looking at it on my channel right here. Okay. If you look really closely, and it probably looks really small, okay, but this is the box that you're going to get if you click right here where it has that, you know, that little circle with the eye on it. And I'll read it to you real quick, so because I know that it's probably hard for you guys to see because it's real little and there's no way that I can make this screen big. It says available characters, okay? And it tells you the name of the font. And then right underneath, it says that this font that I have purchased and loaded on my computer, you know, on InBrilliance, it has all capitals, it has all lowers, it has all the numbers, and it has symbols. Okay. And it tells you the minimal recommended size and the max allowable size for this. Okay. So I really wanted you guys to see that box because it's really, really important, because that is something that really, really helps. Okay. The other thing that, and I'm going to stop sharing. Hold on. I'm going to hit OK right here and stuff. All right. So let me start. Let me get back. Hold on. I'm trying to get back on. I'm going to get that out. All right, here we go. We're back to normal. All right. So guys, thank you for hanging in there with me. Okay. I wanted you guys to see that. Okay. So what have we learned so far? All right. There we go. Okay. So what have we learned so far? We learned that when you are looking to purchase fonts, you got to make sure that you don't just look at the first picture that they show you. You want to make sure that you look at all the other photos that they have out there, and you want to pay attention to the details so you know exactly what you are buying, what each individual letter looks like. Okay, just don't look at the word. Make sure you look at each of the capital letters, look at the small letters, and then see if they offer the numbers and the symbols when you buy that font. Not all the fonts are going to offer that. Some will, some won't. Because as you can see, the one that I just tried out in InBrilliance, the Abby one did come with the numbers and the symbols. Okay. And also, it really sometimes depends on where you buy the fonts also. Okay. Sometimes if you buy them off of some websites, you can get the whole thing. Sorry about that. You can get the whole set. They'll give you the upper, the lower, they'll give you the numbers and the symbols. But then sometimes you can buy that particular font from another place where they'll only sell you a particular part of that set. Okay. So you got to pay attention to that kind of stuff. A lot of times when you're buying fonts in the very beginning, you really don't pay attention to it because it's kind of like you just want the font, right? And you sometimes don't really, you have an idea how you're going to use it, but sometimes you're not sure. The other thing we learned just now is that just because you have one font doesn't mean that every letter in the word has to be the same font. You can mix and match. Nobody's going to know. All they're going to know is that it's a beautiful stitch out. That's all they're going to know. Okay. So you got to remember when you are, you know, creating words and stuff like that, you want it to be very pleasing to the eyes. You want it to be as attractive. Not everybody has the same taste. Okay. Some people are okay with the way certain letters look. Some people are picky with the way the letters look as well. I've had customers that go either way. And even myself, I have sometimes gone either way as well. Sometimes I don't like the way the letter J looks in a particular font. I prefer the way it looks in another font and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So, be just have an open mind and just pay attention to those types of features. Okay. Now, another thing I wanted to show you guys is how you can have fun with your fonts. Okay. How you can actually create stuff just like this. Okay. I have seen certain fonts that have that shadow effect where you can just buy it and it comes with the shadow effect. However, though, you can create your own fonts with the shadow effect. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do this right now. Okay. So, I'm going to try to go. I'm going to now, let me stop that. I'm actually going to bring Embroiderings right back up. Okay. Because we're almost at a half point. Okay. So I want to show you guys how I do it. Okay. Because this is actually pretty cool. And hold on a minute. Let me make sure I have this here. And there we go. I'm going to share that. And there we go. Okay. I got InBrilliance back up. Now I'm going to delete all this because I just really wanted to show you this. Okay. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can do your own shadows. Okay. So I'm going to open up a font. All right. And I opened up two actually. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the font that I actually used for doing this patch right here. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the college font. And I know I have it here. I think it was Designs by Juju, something like that. There you go. All right. I'm going to do a 2-inch. Okay. But let me take this off. The other one. Okay. Here we go. So let's just do by one letter. I just want to do one letter, or you know what? Better yet, let's do initials. Let's do CFC. All right, there you go. Okay, those are my son's initials. So we're going to do CFC for Carl. Okay. Now, as you can see, I got it here. All right. Now, I want you guys to check something out. Okay. All right. I'm actually going to right click and see how, and I'm going to do a copy. And then I'm going to right click again and I'm going to do a paste. Now, I want you guys to see right here on the side, and you can't really see it. Hold on, let me fix this because my logo is on the okay, I took it off. Okay, cool. I wanted to get the logo out of there because I wanted to make sure that you guys can see exactly what I'm seeing. Okay, cool. Now I got it open. All right, so now we're good. All right. So if you look over to the right-hand side, you'll see that I have a 1 and I have a 2, which means that I have 2. I have one design placed right on top of the other. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, as you can see, my mouse is here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the top copy, the second copy over. Notice how I moved it. And now I'm going to let go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a color, a different color. Now select something bright. Okay, I'm going to select the color red and I'm going to hit OK. And there you go. There's your shadow. Isn't that cool? Looks nice, right? That looks nice. Okay, all right. So there's your shadow. Very easy. Very, very easy. All you're doing is you're putting the font right on top of the other. Okay. Now, this is another thing that you can do. However, though, I'm going to show you how to do it, but then I'm going to show you some of the things that I saw with it. Okay. So some things that you have to consider because I just been playing around with this. All right. I looked at this and I said, you know, this is like really, really cute. I said I would kind of like another layer underneath. Now, what I was doing was, and let me take this out because I want to show you guys exactly what I did, which I kind of like don't recommend. I'm going to remove this for a little bit. Now I want you guys to take a look at what I just did right here so that you guys can understand the details of some of the things that I kind of like regret in doing, which I really shouldn't have did. Okay. Now I'm going to hold this up and I want you guys to take a really good look at this. Okay. Now, as you can see, the letters right here, okay, the L, all right, the red and the blue, these look solid. I'm very happy with the way those came out. Look at the white underneath, okay? Not feeling it, okay? Now, what did I use for the white? I used knockdown stitches. That's what I did. I should not have done that. What I should have done was I should have copied and pasted this again, put another layer underneath, and then just change that into a white color. It would have been more solid. Remember, knockdown stitches, it's going to have little spaces in there. See how the spaces are? Okay. I don't like the way that looks. It wasn't exactly the look that I was going for. Okay. So I was kind of like, didn't work that well. Let me tell you also the other thing that I kind of messed up on this, which I was kind of like, I shouldn't have did that. Okay. I used the Merly patches and I did a fill. Okay. Now a fill is what you see right here. All this blue right here. Okay. Now it's okay. But if you look at it closely, you see spaces. Okay. Now the thing is, when I went to do this patch, this is what I used. Plastic. Should not have done that. Okay, should not have used plastic. Because of the plastic, you see all the spacing in here. This is what I really should have did for this. I should have used this. I don't want to knock down my water here. This is Twill. This is poly Twill. Poly Twill is usually a piece, is fabric that a lot of people use for patches, okay? This would have done two things. First of all, it would have gave the patch a nicer and cleaner look. And at the same time, I could have saved a lot of thread because if I had used this, I would not have to have used all this fill-in stitches, okay? So this would have been done a lot quicker and faster. All I would have had to do was just work on the edges. And I could have had the edges done on here. This red poly Twill could have served as the fill for this patch, okay? And I should not have done the knockdown stitches, okay? So I'm going to go back to InBrilliance, okay? I just want to show you what I did, okay? So you guys can see how I created this. And then we're going to go back and I'm going to show you what I should have done to really have made it look a lot nicer. And believe me, I'm going to do another video showing the step-by-step how I do this using the Twill, okay, using this poly Twill. So that way I get a nice finished look. Let me put this on the floor. So I get a nice finished look. And yeah. So, but this was, you know, to me, it's a nice try. And this is one of the things that, you know, as embroiderers, this is something that you do a lot. You have to try different techniques, different ways of doing things. Some things you're going to fail, some things you're going to be successful. But, you know, like I said, this to me is a fail, but my fails to me are a success because this is how you learn. This is how you learn what works with what, okay? So I'm going to add this back on. Let's go back to InBrilliance here. I'm going to go back over here and let's keep playing with this. All right. So when I was going back to this, okay, remember we were talking about the knockdown stitches that I had added. Well, this is how I had added the knockdown stitches, okay? I highlighted both of these, and I do this by holding my shift key. And if you notice, if you look all the way to your right, you're going to notice that 1 and 2 are darkened in gray. That means both are highlighted. Then I'm going to go up and I'm going to hit utility. And when I hit utility, I went and I selected add knockdown stitches. I selected bi-directional and then I hit OK. And when I did that, that is where I got my knockdown stitches. Okay. Now, as you can see, the knockdown stitches don't look as attractive as they did when I did Carl. Okay. So, look at the way it is here with the C and the F. See how that's kind of like filled in and stuff like that? So this is not really going to work. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to highlight the knockdown stitches and I'm actually going to delete that. This is what I'm actually going to do. I am going to select the red and I'm going to change that color to a white. Okay. Now I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to hit paste. And then what it did was it just gave me a third initial. And I'm going to move this down a little bit more. Okay, I'm moving it a little bit. Now I'm going to go to the third one and I'm going to select the color red. Let's see what this looks like. There you go. There's my red, white, and blue. Looks pretty good, right? It looks okay. So it could be like a 3-dimensional look. Now, you can just go ahead and embroider this as is. Now, I have the density repair kit because remember, you are stitching on top of stitches. So when it comes to that, I'm going to hit my shift key. And on the right-hand side, I'm going to select 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to hit that little vacuum cleaner that I have on top. And I'm going to click that. And let me see. I forgot to look to see how many stitches I had before. And I know it probably cleaned it up. Let me see. Yeah, it did. It brought it down to like 7,000. I forgot how many stitches were on there and stuff. But yeah. Okay, so there you go. So I have, it'll be less dense and stuff. And I have my 3-dimensional. Now, how will I get this little ridge that I have, the little patches that I have here? Okay, well, I have the Merly patches on here. Okay, so under utility, it has add patch edge, and I'm going to do rectangle. And there you go. It adds my little patch. And then here on the patch ends, I'll just select the patch and then I can go ahead and I can pick the color that I want. And I'm going to pick, oh, I don't know. Let me pick a color. Here we go. I'll pick a blue. There you go. So there I have like my patch. So because I have the outline in blue and then I have, I'll use my twill that's red, then it should look nice. It should look like a really nice 3D kind of like look. You know what I mean? It has like that nice little fancy look. And I didn't have to buy brand new fonts or anything like that. I could use the fonts that I have, right? Now, there's another thing too that we can do on here. Now, I know that I use the college font for this, but I wanted to show you something else too. I mean, something else that you can do that can be very, very different for you. Okay. Let's pick another font. Let's do monograms. Okay. Let's do something like in script, like monograms or something. Let's say monograms or mammograms. You guys know what I'm talking about. Let's do initials, okay? Initials. All right, here's a set of initials. I'm going to take away this. Do I want these initials? Hold on. Let me pick some nice ones. Let me pick some really nice initials that we can play with, okay? And I don't think I have a lot of initials on here that okay. I think I have most of them on my other computer, and I do. All right, we'll play with these. All right. Usually with the initials, okay, you got to remember it's the first name. I'm going to use my initials. The first name, the last name, and then the middle name. Okay. All right. So, ew, I don't like the way those look, but okay, let's just play with it. All right. I'm not gonna get all funky about it. Okay. So I usually, what I'll do is I will take the middle initial and I usually try to drag it and make it a little bit bigger. Okay. And then I take the small ones. Ooh, I really don't like those fonts. Looks tacky. Can I take that out? Oh, let me see. All right, hold on. Let's look for other fonts. Okay, come on. Oh boy. All right, you know what? I'm gonna make my own fonts. I'm gonna do my own initials here. Okay. Where's my Maya font? I just love my Maya font. I think this font is like so cute. WM. And that's not gonna work. No. Okay. All right. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. All right. This'll work. All right. So this is the Game of Thrones font. It's cute. Okay, so I'm gonna pick the W. I'm gonna make it just a little bit bigger. I really have a hard time with this mouse. Okay. I'm just going to make it a little wider. There you go. Then I'm going to take the J and I'm going to move it over to the side. A lot of times this is what people do with the monograms. You have the middle initial as the big one, and then you have the two sides a little smaller, just squished over to the middle. Okay. And here we go. And I'll just like move it over a little bit. And I think it's a little too down. All right, there we go. All right, so let's say I have this initial. Okay, I have it that way. I'm going to, what that is. I'm going to delete that. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to change the color. Let's pick deep rose, a nice pink. Okay, I right click on it and I'm going to hit copy, and then I'm going to right click and do paste. Once again, the same thing I did with the college font. And then I'm just going to move it over just a little bit, you know, where you kind of like want it to be. You know, just not that, let's see. That looks cute there. Okay. And now I'm going to take the color and I'm just going to change it to another color, dark fuchsia. Pick another color here. Dark pink. Let me make this bigger so you guys can see. You guys see, you guys get the idea. You know, I mean, you can do this with so many different fonts. Okay. Let's do another one. Hold on. I'm going to show you something else you can do. Okay. So you can do it with monograms as well. Okay. So let me delete the top. I'm going to delete the top here. Okay. I'm just changing the font. Hold on. I'm going to change it to the Maya font that I like. Because this is something else that you can do. There we go. Okay, so here's my name, right? Okay, and I'm going to make this a little bigger because I think I made it too big, but okay, I just want you guys to really see it. All right, so I'm going to right click on it, copy, right click, paste. Okay, I got a second one in there. I'm just going to move this a little bit. There we go. So the back, the first one, I'm going to change the color to a green. And then this one, change it to a blue. There you go. Isn't that cute? Ain't that cute? I think that looks so cute. Yep. I like the way that looks. That looks really cute. So that would really look cute. Now, also, you know, I'm going to highlight both. Okay. And let me see. Stitches is 54.17. Let me do the vacuum cleaner and see if it goes down. Yep. There you go. If I look at the bottom, it had 54.17 and now it's 44.33. There you go. So it took away some of the density and stuff like that. So this is a really, really different, cute way that you guys can use your fonts. It's different, okay? I mean, think about it. For like what I have Jeanette on, like the little green and the blue, and it says script, and it has like kind of like that kind of like block 3D kind of look, right? That would look cute on a beach towel. And if I was going to do this on a beach towel, then I would add the knockdown stitches if I had a lot of frizz on it and stuff like that. So yeah, so anyway, that is what I wanted to show you guys this weekend. Let me go back to the comments and stuff. So this is what I wanted to show you guys this weekend because I was messing around with these fonts, right? And you know, I was just playing around with it, and I was just like, you know, it's a cute new way. I mean, this is cute, okay? Like I said, you know, that I did a couple of errors. I should not have used the knockdown stitches for the white. I should have just did another copy of the font and did that white. And I know it would have been a little dense, but I could have, you know, with my dense repair kit, I could have knocked that down a little bit. So, and I should not have used the plastic. I should have used the twill. And that would have saved me a lot of blue thread, okay? Because you can imagine this is pretty big, and that's a lot of little blue thread that I have in there. So if I used the twill, I could have avoided using that altogether. All I had to do was just focus on the letters, and then all I had to do was do my edging for my patch, put some heat and bond at the back, and I would have been golden. That's what I should have did, okay? But yeah, I wanted to show you though how to do this, how to do the this look, okay, and stuff, because you can do this with script, you can do this with print, you can do this, you know, if people want initials and stuff like that, just type it out, copy and paste it, and then just move it around to see like where you want it to be, play around with the different colors, and voila, you got yourself a really cute look and feel. And this would look really cute on, if like just the name, like I could see this on duffel bags, I could see this on book bags, I could even see this on jackets, I could see this on sweatshirts and stuff. And you know, you could do a sleeve just up and down. And I'm gonna show you how to do that. As a matter of fact, let me add that in there because I want to show you guys how to do that, okay? Because then I know it's gonna happen. Y'all are gonna come and go, Jeanette, how do you do the sleeves? Let me show you how to do the sleeves. Okay, I'm going to take this out. Okay. All right. We're going to add a letter here. Okay. Let's go back to the college font, or, you know, because that's pretty popular, you know, especially with college students and all that kind of stuff. Okay. I'll just pick the small one. Here's 1 inch. Okay. Now, if you look over here, okay, right under where it says color letters, stitch, notes, right? You're going to see right here, there's like a block with a whole bunch of lines. Then there's one line, and then there's like a circle, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to pick the block with all the different lines on it. And then what happens is you get this box that says text, and it has ABC in there. So what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to do my son's initials in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit set. See how it has all three? Let me make this a little bit smaller so you guys can see. See how it lined it all up? It lined it all up, all three. Okay. So now what do I do with this? Well, same thing. I mean, let's do copy. Let's see. I'm going to select it. I'm going to do copy. I'm going to do paste. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the other one, and I'm just going to move it over. Okay. And then let me pick a different color. Let me do a light blue. See how it looks. I don't like the way that looks. I don't like the light blue. Light blue don't look good. You got to pick the right color. If you don't pick the right color, it's going to look a little funky. You don't want that. Okay, let's stick with the blue red, because, you know, you can't go wrong with these two colors. There you go. All right, so look how cute. Look how cute that looks. Let's say you don't like the way it's kind of like laid out. You just want to change it up and stuff. So go over here to your right-hand side. Pick the one with the color, you know, the top one, and then move it around. Just move it. Move it where you want it. Let's say I just want it, I want it a little bit like this. And then let go, and then there. Looks a little better. See, it doesn't look too off and stuff. So it works, you know, and then that would look really cute on like a sleeve, you know, like when, you know, college sleeve, sweatpants. You could put it on sweatpants on the leg and stuff. That would look cute on some sweatpants with some legs, you know, and you do the you know, the two color effect. Really, really, really nice. It's a really neat little thing that I thought I would share with you guys, because I was kind of like, oh, this was really cute when I was playing around with this, and I was like, that looks kind of cute. I really like the way this looks. I could see this. I could see this on sweatshirts. I could see this in the back of jackets and stuff like that and everything. But as for the patch, you just really got to know how to do the patch, you know. Don't do it the way I did it. Okay, don't do the knockdown stitches and stuff. It's not going to work. Use knockdown stitches for what it's really supposed to be, which means if you have like a towel with a bunch of fluff and stuff like that, and you want your embroidery to stand out, that's when you use it. Don't use it to this. This is not it. Okay. So lesson learned. Okay. And as for the plastic is okay. But when it comes to this, no. Okay. Use your poly twill for your patches. Okay. First of all, you're going to save a lot of money on thread. Okay. Because all this blue that I have right out here, all this, I didn't have to stitch any of that out if I would have used a poly twill backing that I showed you guys. So yeah, so I wanted to share that with you guys. So let me see, I'm gonna go through the chat and see what you guys think about this font discovery thing, and you know what I shared with you guys about fonts and stuff. And if you guys have anything that you have experienced with fonts that you want to share, put it in the chat and let's talk about it and stuff. Hey, Miss Max, I see Marlene. Hey, Kingsbury, how are you? My week of learning about how to post on Etsy. So for no order from it yet. That's okay. Don't give up. Nobody's a success overnight. It happens, Marlene. It's going to happen. We believe in you. I need to make it desirable to draw interest to my shop. Yes, just keep working on it. You will eventually get there. Hey, Yoli, Yovan, Yovan, Miss Hudson. I am on a roll today. Okay. Hey, Susan, how are you? Karen, hey, Guinea. Hey, Deborah, how are you doing? I see Penny, Robin, Linda, Iris, Sassy, Robin. Hey, Crafty Puerto Rican. Hey, Debbie, Annette, how are you? Let's see. Hey, Miss Crafty Creations, how you doing? Hey, Wanda, Robin's Quilt Baskets in the house. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Miss Banks, how are you, hun? Hey, Simone. Hey, Nelvelyn. I see Lacey. See Jackie, Angela, Emma. Hey, girl, for real, how are you? Debbie, Rob, how you doing, Miss Lady? Hey, Angela, love. Before you, oh yes, that is one thing. Yes, Angela has a very good point. One of the things that I really love also about Stitchtopia is if you go and they sell a lot of fonts and a whole lot of fonts. Okay, one of the things that I really like about their website is if you sometimes you forget, because you can buy so many fonts and you forget which one you bought. Sometimes you try it, you see a font, and of course you liked it before, you're gonna like it again, then you put it in your cart and then you go to check out. You know what? They don't even charge you for it twice. They let you know that you already bought that font. And I think that is pretty awesome because that means that they're not, they're honest to me. They're honest. Some other companies, they'll be like, well, we'll take your money again. But nope, they are honest. Very, very, very true, Angela. I love that about their site as well. Hey, Kelsey, how you doing? Hey, Allison, how are you? Nana, how are you? Let me see if there's questions. When purchasing a font, should you save as BES or press? Okay, Jackie, good question. All right, let me highlight your question for everybody. Okay, now BX is a type of format of a font, and so is PS. PS is the format that the brother machines usually read. Now, when you're talking about saving the font, it just depends on how you plan on using it and the type of software that you have. If you have InBrilliance Essentials, you most likely are going to want the BX font. And the reason why is because the BX font is what you can import into InBrilliance. And then what you can do is you can just type out the word and, it'll come out really nicely. It'll just all type up. Now, you can do the PS, but the only problem with the PS is that when you save the font or in only PS format, what you end up doing is you have one individual file for every particular letter. So in other words, you have a capital A dot PS, small a dot PS, capital B dot PS, small b dot PES, and etc. Right? So what you're going to end up having is every single letter, capital and small, in its own PS. And if it comes with numbers, you'll have that in a PS file as well. So they're all going to be individual files. And then when you want to type a word, you can't just type the word. You have to actually open every single file of every single letter you need individually, and then you just have to kind of like put them together. Now, I'm going to tell you, that can be a real pain. Now, I don't know if there's other software, embroidery software out there that actually use the BX format so that you can type it in really quickly. I'm not familiar with them, so I wouldn't be able to tell you, but I can tell you from experience of using InBrilliance that if you use the BX format, all you have to do is copy and drag it into the software. And I do have a video on the channel on how to do that, okay? And so if you search on my channel, BX formats, you will see the video on how to actually properly install the BX format files into InBrilliance. Okay, so I hope that kind of helps kind of like explain the difference between the two a little bit better for you. Okay, but really good question, because that is a question that I do get a lot. A lot of people get confused between the two and stuff. Let me see. Let me keep going down. Hey Wendy, how are you, ladies? Um, Let me see. I was wondering if there was any reason to save both when downloading the file. Oh, good question. Yes, Jackie. Okay. No, there really isn't. You just I usually, what I do is every time I buy the file, a particular font, I always just get the BX. As soon as I get the BX, I install it into the machine. Now, I also do keep my download files separately on in a folder in a USB drive or an external hard drive, because sometimes you never know. Sometimes your computer can go belly up and something will happen, and next thing you know, you lose all your embroidery designs and your fonts and all that kind of stuff. So I do recommend that you do find a source where you can actually store them just for safekeeping, because you never know, and you don't want something to happen. Because I'm going to tell you, as an embroiderer, you buy files all the time. You buy them, you even get files digitized and everything like that. So, it's something that it's one of your really biggest investment. It's not something that a lot of people think about, because when you're sometimes buying files, it's kind of like you don't really feel like you're spending a lot of money, because what ends up happening is sometimes you can buy some really nice designs for only $1, sometimes $2. And sometimes when you get stuff digitized, it's probably like $10 or $15. And it can be kind of pricey too when you get things digitized, depending on how big and how complex the design is. Okay. But the thing is, it's not something that sometimes we actually think about as we actually buy them. Okay. But if you were to actually sit back and you start to think about, especially if you've been embroidering for quite some time, and you start to think about all the money that you have spent on different types of fonts, different types of designs, you would be amazed at the dollar amount that you have spent on this. Okay, I mean, it could get up there. Okay, so saving them, definitely a good idea. Okay, do you have to save for both formats? No, you don't. You don't have to save both formats. You just, it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt. Okay. I personally, I always just save my BX files. Okay. And I put them in InBrilliance, and then I also save them somewhere else, because God forbid something happens to my computer, then I don't want to forget where I bought them and all that kind of stuff too. So, yeah. Hi, Wendy. How you doing? Marsha said she bought a bunch of fonts from Designs by Juju. I use Another Brother PE, and I can't figure out how to get them into my program. I may need to map them. I don't think. Okay, see, I know Brother PE Design 11, if I remember correctly, that works on a Windows machine. I'm kind of like a Mac girl, so I don't really do Windows stuff, right? But I don't know the way that I have always with Brother, like when I'm working on my machine and everything, I always have to open every individual file at a time. And I'm gonna be honest, that's one of the things that really attracted me to InBrilliance, was because I got to install the BX files and I got to actually type it in. That was, to me, was like a huge plus. Okay. So yeah, you might have to, unfortunately, kind of do like what I was describing to Jackie, which could be opening every individual letter at a time. And I will tell you, I hate doing that, because it's very time consuming, and then you have to make sure that they're straight, a lot of copy and pasting, and it's just, to me, it was just like, ugh, it was like, oh God. I mean, I was like, I'll just stick to designs and I won't do names or anything like that, but yeah, it can really get up there. Hey Tanya, how you doing? Hey Karen, how are you? Hey Terry, how are you? Hey Eartha. Um, let's see. Oh, who just photobombed Jeanette? Did somebody photobomb me? Oh, did you just see? Oh, was that my son? Okay. That was probably Carlita. Did Carlita? I didn't think you guys saw that. Okay, well, guess I'll have to watch that replay and stuff. Yeah, he's home. He has to do his taxes, so I'm here to help. So he showed up tonight. So hopefully we'll get that done real quick tonight. He shouldn't be, it should be really quick. I mean, he's a college student. I mean, how much does the IRS want to know? So we'll see. But yeah, Carlito was photoshopping me. I don't know what he did. I wasn't even paying attention. Oh my goodness. Um, let's see. Um, let's see. Hey Luna Design, how are you? Hey Kay, how are you? Hey Susan. I didn't think I said hi to Susan. Um, my ring sets off my dog. Yeah, I guess I saw Carlito waving his. Oh, yeah, that's my son. Yeah, also that's what he was doing. Okay, I don't know if he was like going, to me or whatever and stuff. But yep, that was my son. Where is Mello? Mello is doing. Mello, they're asking about you, boo boo, boo boo. Yeah, he won't even move. Oh my God, he just gave me a look. Oh my goodness, Marlene, look at that. All right, what is it, boo boo? What is it? I think he's mad because Carlito left to go get something to eat. He was super excited because Carlito came home and it's like all of a sudden, I didn't exist. I didn't exist. I didn't matter. I didn't matter. It was all about Carlito and stuff. So hey Sassy, how are you? Is there a site where one could purchase dichromatic marks for European languages? Sassy, what I would do is I would actually Google that on Etsy. You may be able to find that there. I think so. Or just Google it. Instead of going to actual individual embroidery sites, sometimes what you can do is you can just simply just go Google and just type what you wrote there. The diacritical marks for European language embroidery files, or do a search on European language embroidery fonts, something like that. Okay, European fonts. You could type that, and then I bet you'll probably find stuff on there. Okay. Hey Marlene. Oh yes, if you guys liked the information that I showed you guys today, please give me a thumbs up and stuff. And I know I'm past 9 o'clock. I'm trying to be conscientious of the time. But it's okay. Hey Barbara. How does that embroider out? You mean this? It embroidered pretty nicely. If you can see, the letters on top of the letters came out really nice. The only thing that like I said, I don't care for the knockdown stitches. I think I did a boo-boo on that. Should have did that. And the outline. So I think it came out really nice to me, Tanya. I mean, I kind of like it and stuff. Taking lots of notes. Okay, Sassy. I'm glad that this did you use the remove hidden stitches features? No, I did not. I did not do that. What I did was I just did the Dentistry repair kit, but I am definitely going to look at that. To figure that one out. I didn't know about that. Thank you. Because I mean, that would save a lot of stitching. I'm going to write this down right now. Remove hidden stitches features. Okay, guys. So you know what? That's going to be another video that I'm going to do on how to use this feature. Thank you, Eartha. I am definitely going to do that because I need to know how to do that too, because, you know, if you really think about it, she's got a very good point. See, even though I did the density repair kit, it did remove some stitches, but it didn't remove all of it, right? So, you know, if you really look at it, okay, it's kind of like stitches being stitched on top of other stitches. But it looks cute. I think it does look cute. However, though, I'm with Eartha. If I can get the same look without wasting thread, that's a win-win. Because you guys know how cheap I am, okay? I don't like spending money on thread, okay? So any little piece of thread that I can save, I mean, I'm going to do it, all right? Hey, Annette. Anna, how are you? And thank you, Eartha, for that tip. I'm definitely going to do that and stuff. You cracked me up, Marley. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. Just being honest. That's all. Oh, monogram, or y'all know my English is kind of like funky, you know. Yes, the Maya font is cute. Hey, Lucy, how are you? Hola, chica. Does it stitch out twice? I think she changed the first. Oh, what's the Maya's font? Where's it from? Okay, the Maya's font. I will put a link to this to the Maya's font on the in the video description. So don't worry, okay? Marsha, I will do that. No, I did not change. What it is you just copying and pasting this, and then you're just putting it on top, and then you just drag it. That's what you do. That's what I did. Okay. Let's see. Can you do this on a single needle? Yes, you can. Yes, because Tanya, this, okay, all this is a stitch file. That's it. All you need to do is to make sure that whatever single needle machine you use, the hoop, make sure that it fits in the hoop, okay? So if you're using a 5x7, when you start InBrilliance, make sure you have your 5x7 hoop, and then you can just write out the name. You do the same thing. You can do this on a single needle. Yes, you can. This can be done on any embroidery machine. Doesn't have to be multi-needle or anything like that, okay? You can definitely do that. Hey, C. McKee, how are you? Genuine question. What ballpoint needles do you recommend for the brown? Okay, what I like to use is I like the organ needles, and I'll show you exactly which ones I use, okay? That way you guys can see. Hold on, I'm going to get the box, okay? All right. Organ needles. This is what I get, okay? Now I usually buy the box of needles. I'm gonna put Coach Proc up here. Okay, I usually buy these by 100. Okay, now I want to tell you something. All right, guys, and you guys have heard me say this before. Don't be cheap with the needles. Now, what do I mean by don't be cheap with the needles? It's not about the brand or anything like that, because you can get Swartz needles or you can get these needles, okay? What I mean about don't be cheap with the needles, I mean is don't use the needle until it breaks, okay? Needles, you should be changing them out every 8 hours. There's a reason for this, okay? And I'm going to say it again. The reason why you need to change your needles every 8 hours is because needles get dull, okay? Remember, the needle is not pressing, but it's going through, y'all know what I mean. It's precking, whatever. It's going through your fabric, okay? So it's going up and down. It's making a bunch of holes in your fabric. When you have a fresh needle, okay, the edge of the needle is nice and sharp and stuff. It's gonna go in and out of your fabric a lot easy, okay? When your needle becomes dull, that sharp edge is no longer there. It's dull. So what happens is when it starts to pierce, there you go, that's the word. When you go to pierce through your fabric, then what happens is because it's not sharp and it pierces through, it's going to make a larger hole, okay? When it makes a larger hole, then your designs are not going to look crisp and clean. So this is not what you want to be cheap on. Okay. Trust me when I say there are certain areas where you can save money. Okay. And I'm all for saving $1. Okay. Because let me tell you something. You can't drop a nickel in front of me because damn right I'm going to die for that nickel. And I'll put that thing right in my pocket. Okay. So I know about saving money. Okay. But this is not where you want to do it, all right? Because it is not going to show your embroidery designs are not going to come out really, really nice, all right? You got to remember that. So please, 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 if you listen to anything that I say, listen to that, okay? Change those needles, clean those machines also, okay? All right, remember, sewing machines need attention and love too. Okay, so if you love it and you pay attention to it, then it's going to serve you well in the long term. If you start to neglect the machine and you're not going to clean it, you're not going to service it, you're not going to do the weekly maintenance and all that kind of stuff, don't get pissed off when that machine looks at you and says, I don't want to work anymore. It gave up on you, okay, because it doesn't feel the love. All right, so, but yeah, let me show you the size Coach Put of the ones that I use. I use these on my multi and I also use them on my single needle. Okay. Now I usually get these from All Stitch. That's where I usually buy my needles from. Okay. This is the ones that I use. Now I get my 65 9 needles and I get my 7511 needles from them. I actually get all my needles. I get my sewing needles from them and all that kind of stuff. And what I usually do is I buy the 100 packs. Now, because I have so many machines, a lot of times when I buy these, I buy like 4 or 5 of these boxes at a time. So I buy like 400 or 500 needles at a time. Okay. And I'm going to tell you something. I go through these. I do. Okay, I go through these. I mean, every week I am changing needles on all my machines. And I have to, because the thing is, they're not going to come out looking good. I mean, look, here is a hat that I did for a customer. Okay, look at how nice, clean that looks. Okay, now the letters and the blue thunder. Okay, that is a 65/9 needle with 60 weight thread. Okay, if I use the wrong needle and the wrong weight thread, this is going to look kind of funky because what's going to happen is the thread's going to be too thick. It's not going to be very clear. But see how clear you can read that? You can even see the FC on there. So, be very conscious and aware of your thread weight, your needle size, and do what you're supposed to do. Okay, we're professionals. Okay, we are about perfectionists. Okay, we want to be perfectionists, even though sometimes it may not come out perfect like that, but that's okay. I mean, but when it comes to embroidering products for your customers, always put a fresh needle in there. That is not the time for you to be cheap. Okay, so I'm getting off my soapbox on that. Okay, so I just needed to let you guys know because this is serious. Okay, all right. So anyway, let's see. Can you type the letters on a single line and then hit the vertical button and the letter will come in vertical? No, I tried that and it did not happen that way. Let's try again. Okay, we can try again. Let's see. Let me add this on here. Okay, and I'm going to hold on. Let me go over here. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. I could be wrong. Let me try another one and let me go new. All right, here we go. We're going to do this one and I'm going to do let's just do run. And it's a block. Okay, now I'm going to do like this, set, and as you can see, no. Doesn't work like that. Okay, does not work like that. I'm hitting set and it does it. Let me see if I can type it in again. And hit set, nothing. It's not working. Okay, so I actually have to hit the first letter, then the second letter, then the third letter, hit enter, and then I hit set, and then it does that. Then it lines it up. Okay. So yeah, it's not a perfect system. But yeah, Eartha, that's how it works. Okay. Is your polyfill from Dime? No, I did not buy that from Dime. I think I actually bought it from Statuals. You know, I gotta be honest with you. I don't even remember where I bought this from. Hold on. Let me see. Wait, let me see. I got this little receipt right here. Oh shoot. I got it. It's Heat and Seal and it's Polytwill. I think I got it from Statuals. Yeah, I think I got it from Statuals. I think that's where I got it from. Marlene. Yeah. That's Marsha. Sorry. Marsha asked the question. Love this. What kind of stabilizer did you use? Thinking of making a high school jacket. Okay, well, with this, okay, when I did this, what I did was I actually used the plastic as my stabilizer. Okay, but like I said, big mistake. Nana, I would not do that. Because look at right here. See, you can see it's the plastic. I mean, it's not good. I would use Twill, okay, and I wouldn't put any stabilizer when I do the use the Twill. When you use the poly Twill is just all you need. That's it, okay, and you just embroider right on it, and then you just cut it out and just seal the edges, and then you put heat and bond in the back. That's how you would do it. Or if you don't want to, that's if you want to do a patch, Nana. That's if you want to do a patch. Okay, now high school jacket. I'm sorry, having a moment. I should have listened to your question. Should have read the whole thing. Okay. The jacket. Okay, now if you're doing like a jean jacket, first of all, look at the fabric. If the fabric has some stretch in it, then use cutaway. If it doesn't have any stretch in it, like sometimes, I'll use jean jackets. Jean jackets are pretty heavy. There's no stretch in there. I use tearaway. That's what I would do. Okay. All right. Hey, Miss D, how are you? Let's see. Yeah, Marlene, don't you give up. Don't give up. As a matter of fact, Marlene, I think what you need to do is post the link of your Etsy shop on our Facebook group. That's what you need to do. So that way, if we want something, we can buy from you. Okay? Because we're here to help support each other. So, don't forget, please don't forget to hit the like button because that does help the channel. And I like to keep sharing info with you guys. Hey, Anna, how are you? I've been watching your videos. Just decided to join the group. Oh, Anna, welcome. I hope you're learning a lot. Have a lot of fun with us. Too bad you can't hit the like button more than once. Tanya, you're funny. Yes, welcome. Yes, Robin is right. Welcome to the family, Anna. Let's see. Any other questions? When you say search your channel, where do you go? Okay. What I mean, Marsha, is go to the YouTube channel. Okay, because that's search for my channel, the Boricua Sewing Crafts channel. Okay, and in there you're probably going to see like a little search button and stuff like that. And better yet, if you are part of our Facebook group, I can go ahead and I can put the link to that video there. Okay, and I know it's about the BX fonts, how to install them. Okay, so I will I'll repost that link on the Facebook group, Marsha, and I think you are part of our Facebook group and stuff. So hey, Jackie, you are so welcome, Jackie, anytime. Hey, Deborah, you are so welcome. Jack of all trades. Hey, you do taxes too. I have to. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm an embroiderer, I'm everything. I have to. I got to. Let's see. Hey Nettie, how are you? Yes, Crafty Puerto Rican, totally agree with you. And brilliance is, I have to tell you now. I am going to say something though, and it's not that I don't want to like deter people from using InBrilliance, but I don't want to force people to use InBrilliance either. Okay, um, you know, there are so many different types of embroidery software out there. Okay, so I personally use InBrilliance because I'm a Mac girl. I love my Apple products. Okay, and InBrilliance is really like the only embroidery software that I have found so far that works on the Mac. Now, I have heard of other embroidery software like Sew What Pro, Hatch, and there's others out there. Okay, my whole thing is I really don't like to push things to people. So say don't, okay? I mean, if you want InBrilliance, I have an affiliated link. If you use my link, that would be great, because it really helps me out. But I would prefer, honestly, the whole reason why I started this channel and the whole reason why I like to teach people about embroidery and everything is because I feel like it's my way of giving to the community, right? If something comes back in return, great. If not, I'm okay. If I just help one person, I'm golden. I'm happy because I just feel like in society we just have to learn to help each other, right? And it's just my way of giving back. So, but my thing with embroidery software, one of the things that I want everyone to really understand is everybody learns and does things differently. There is no right or wrong way, right? What works for me may not work for you. So, one of the things that I strongly recommend that you do is look at different softwares that are out there. See if they have a free version of it. Like I know InBrilliance does, they have a free version. Play with their free version, okay? Because embroidery software can cost a lot of money, all right? And Brilliance is not cheap either, okay? First, you start off with InBrilliance Essentials. Right now, I think it's like running like $139, right? And you can do a lot with it, all right? I know a lot of people that's all they have. They use InBrilliance Essentials. They don't even use the other modules, and they're good, okay? But if you want to do other stuff, then with InBrilliance, you have to purchase the other modules. And, it's totally up to you as to what you want to purchase and how you want to use your software. So one of the things that I do like about InBrilliance is that you're really not forced to buy other stuff. It's just if you need that capability, right? Like if you want to do knockdown stitches, if you want to do patches, they have modules that you can buy to add on to InBrilliance Essentials so that you can build the software so that it can give you all the capabilities that you need. So just like, when people are looking for like single, flatbed embroidery machines, and just like they're looking for software or even multi-needle machines or whatever, my advice is always going to be the same. And I know sometimes that kind of people are kind of like, oh, Jeanette, you don't give a straight answer. It's not that. It's just that everybody is different, right? Everybody learns different. Everybody has a different style. So like one brand machine might work for me, but it may not be particularly something that will meet your needs, right? So some people like the industrial machines. Some people like the different types of brands, and that's okay. The way I look at it is you gotta do what's right for you. So you gotta do your homework, you gotta do your research, network with people, get to see the machines, touch them, and the same thing with the embroidery software. Okay, try Sew What Pro. Look at the free version. They gotta have a free version. You know what I'm saying? Give it a shot. And also, one of the things that I really, really always stress to people is no matter what you choose, what machine, what embroidery software, or whatever, look to see the type of support that is available for that particular product, because that is going to be important, okay, in the long term, all right? because what's going to happen is as you start to get into embroidery, your projects are going to become more complex. You are going to want to expand to maybe do other things. You want to make sure that whatever equipment or software or whatever it is that you have is going to grow with you, okay? And that you're going to be able to talk and network and get the type of support that you need as you start to grow. All right. So just like, like with me, I'm playing around with this kind of stuff and everything. Chances are I'm going to start wanting to do more fancier things with my fonts, right? Because think about it. If you can do fancy stuff with your fonts, your stuff can be like different from others, right? Because that's one of the things that sells, is like my kitchen towels. I like to design stuff that is very, very unique. I want to, I mean, usually my targeted audience with my kitchen towels is usually like the Hispanic community, actually, because I feel like you can get a towel made in English anywhere, right? You can go to Walmart, you can go to Target and stuff. And there's always like great kitchen, beautiful kitchen, or mom's kitchen or whatever. But you never really like go to a store and see something that says La Cocina de, in Spanish, right? You never see that kind of stuff. It's very difficult to find those type of items. So I that's one of the things that I really love about embroidery is that you can put your stamp, your uniqueness and creativity in it. And this is like an example of it, right? Like, anybody can put a name on a jacket. Anybody can put a name on a book bag and stuff like that. If you have an embroidery machine, it's not a big deal. You buy the font, you type up the name, and you let the machine spit it out, right? But if you can do stuff creatively with the fonts that you have, like something like this, to like make names pop and just give it a different feel and look and texture, that's different. That's different. And that's what sells. That's what a lot of people like, So anyway, that's just something that, I just wanted to share, you know what I mean? And stuff. I guess you could tell I'm kind of passionate about this kind of stuff. But anyway. Let's see. Thanks for the answer on the stabilize. You are so welcome. Hey, Alicia, how are you? Let's see. Hey, Cynthia, how you doing? Oh, added the thumbnails recently. Oh, the thumbnailer, Marsha, is that it kind of like allows you to see the design of the file. Sometimes what happens is on a computer, you see like the embroidery files and all you see is the names, right? But sometimes you don't even see the picture of the file. So it actually allows you to see the picture of it. That's what that's about. Yeah. So anyway, so guys, I am down to the bottom. I don't think Oh, can you spell the name of the company that? Yes, it's oh boy. Okay, I think it's Spatules. There you go. I put it in there. Simone, I think I have it. It's down there. Statules. It's from Statules, and it is. And I remember. And this is very, very thick. Okay. You don't really need stabilizer with this. All you do is just embroider right on it. Okay, and look at the quality. Let me see if I can make it closer. See, the quality is solid. It's very, very, very solid. See the texture? So all I have to do with this is just put the letters on it. I don't even have to do this film. Okay, so I am going to do a video on using this again with this. I'm going to do that because I'm like determined to try to like make this come out really cute. Okay, so I'm not gonna give up because I think it's neat. I was like, oh, but I am also going to do it trying what Eartha said about removing the hidden stitches, because I feel that if I remove the hidden stitches, if you really look at it close, right? Oh, I hit the thing. Did I hit the button wrong? Oh, I did. I'm sorry, guys. Let me hide that. Okay. If you, oh, is that how? No, I don't think that's how you spell it. Hold on. I'll tell you 1 minute right now. I think it's statues. I think I spelled it right. Hold on. I'll tell you in a minute. Yeah. How did I spell it? It's Stahls. Yeah, I spelled it right. I spelled it right. Statues. And hold on. I am going to see. Yes, and they have a section that says Twill. And that's what you're going to look for. You're going to look for poly twill. As a matter of fact, here I'll show you exactly where I got it. Let me show you guys, okay? That way, hold on. Hold on 1 minute. Hold on. I'm going to get on their site, okay? And then I'm going to share it so that way you guys can see exactly. Ooh, where did you guys go? Oh, there you go. So that way you guys can see exactly where I got it, okay? Oh, where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. Let me see if you guys can see me. There you go. Okay, so if you look on here, let me close this out. This is the name of the website. It's called Statues. I don't know if I'm saying the name right, but you guys know my English is a mess. Okay, I'm going to click on more, and then I'm going to click Twill, Applique, and more. Click on that. And then when you click on that, see how this opens up right here? And then right underneath Twill, you see it says Poly Twill. Click on that. And this is it. This is what I order. Okay? And see how they have the different colors? Here's the red that I have. And you tell them how many yards. Now they're not cheap. I'm gonna tell you something. They're not cheap. You can see. But I got a yard. I only got like 1 yard. And as you can see, 1 yard, $15. It's expensive. It's expensive. So yeah, and I kind of went a little crazy. I went and I ordered like a whole bunch of different colors and stuff like that. So I gotta make do. I'm gonna have to find a way to make that money worth it. Okay, but that's where I got it. That's where I got it. I got it from that site. But just because I got it from there doesn't mean you have to get it from there. So you know it's poly twill that you're looking for. Okay, so what I would do if I was you is I would go on google.com and I would type poly twill, and I would look at the different sites that sell poly twill and then go for the best buck. And even look at Amazon. I don't believe you can get this off of Joann's or Hobby Lobby, but give it a shot. See if you can find it there. You never know. Okay. So I would just Google it. I would just Google it and see where you can get the poly twill. Hey, Ozzy, how you doing? See where you can get it, because at the end of the day, poly twill is poly twill. Now you do want to make sure you get quality poly twill. Okay. But if it just, what I would do is I would just order 1 yard just so that you could see the fabric. That way you didn't spend a lot of money, and then you see if it's good quality. If it's good quality, then boom, you did pretty good. And you can order from them and you got a good price. But sometimes you can get it and then you see that it's really kind of like not that great looking, right? So then you're like, okay, well, maybe I need to try another vendor to get the poly twill and stuff like that. So just my advice and stuff. So anyway, guys, I am going to call it the night because, like I said, Cardito is home and I'm sure he wants to finish his taxes so he can go back to VCU. and hang out with his friends, because he sure ain't gonna want to hang out with me, that's for sure. I'm the old lady, okay, the old lady that pays the bills. Ain't that something? So anyway, that's how it is. So I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a great night and a great weekend, and I really hope you guys appreciated all the information that I shared with you guys regarding fonts and this new way that I've been playing around with the fonts and stuff. Just wanted to share, and I hope you guys enjoyed it and stuff. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing, because it really does help the channel a lot. And I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because I really, really like sharing information with everybody. So I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a great weekend. Please be safe, and I will see you guys next Friday. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.